Hello, my name is Sandy Mays and I've been working as a medium for about 19 years. My journey of mediumship started with the death of my last husband when I went to a medium. She successfully brought him through and proved his existence to me, and the result on me was so profound I realised that it wasn't enough just to have readings, I needed to give them to other people. So I started investigating my own mediumship and discovered that it was there very, very strong. So I went and did some training at the Arthur Findlay College in England, and now I am running courses and classes and doing readings in the UK, Australia, New Zealand, France and now Dubai.
Hello, my name's Mike Mays and I'm a deep energy trance healer. My journey started ever since I can remember being a healer, just sort of putting my hands up close to people, and it made a big difference. And again, like Sandy, I studied at the Arthur Findlay College for trance healing for around 10 years. And then I've developed it into slightly more than trance healing now. It's deep energy healing, which is at a profoundly deeper level than I would have been in trance. And again, like Sandy, I now work online for Illuminations, and I also worked in Australia, France, New Zealand and the UK.
So what we want to talk to you about tonight is our Mediumship Development Course. And this course is for beginners really, but you might have a little bit of ability already. But we will take you on that journey comfortably from wherever you are with your mediumship, bringing it out, enhancing it, allowing it to develop, teaching you about psychic reading, teaching you how to recognise the signs that are around you, and going through the various steps of mediumship with practical exercises, but at everybody's pace. You're all individuals, and it is our job to recognise your abilities, and whether you find this easy or difficult, it's our job to support you on this course so that it's an enjoyable process for you.
So where did medium start, you may say, and what is mediumship? Well, it started from the dawn of man, if you like. Mediumship, clairvoyance is telepathic, everything's been going on for years, ever since man first walked the earth. What is mediumship? Mediumship is communication through the energy field. It's communicating with people that have had a physical body, like we do here. The physical body has died, which it will, and the energy, with all its characteristics, emotions, feelings, all stay the same, and they all go to the spirit world. They're all in the energy field and it stays there. So what mediumship is connecting with that energy field to bring the loved ones through, to prove to the people here that there is no death beyond that of the physical body.
So that really the centre of all of this is awareness. The beginning, the core is awareness. So you might say, well, awareness of what? Well, awareness of what's going on around you. What you see, what you hear, what you sense, what you feel, the effect of other people on you, the effect of what people say to you, the effect of things you look at, the effect of things that you hear. But most of us just take all this and don't really allow it to come into our reality. It's just there, it's just affecting us. But with mediumship, we're going to teach you to be aware of all the signals going on around you.
So the first thing, one of the things we would ask our students is to say, give them a little exercise on awareness. So we would give them, say, 3 things and say to them, what are you aware of at this moment in time? Give us 3 things that you're aware of. Most of them think and struggle about it, but realistically, it's just plain and simple. You could be aware of a sound, a clock ticking. You could be aware of the chair you're sitting on, the clothes that you're wearing. Most people don't think about it like that, but realistically, it's just being aware. Most people walk around almost with their eyes shut and with their feelings shut, but being aware is a central part of mediumship.
Yeah, we're going to teach you to use your radar better, shall we say. But Mike mentioned a little bit about the background of this, the history. But it does go back to the dawn of man, when life was a lot simpler and people's radar was very finely tuned because there was no interference. It was just nature, it was just natural. And people communicated telepathically and were aware of their ancestors around them at all times. And this is still practiced by people like the Aborigines who live naturally. And so it has gone on, but it's diminished. People's natural abilities have been dulled. We've been desensitized by the modern world in which we live. And what we're going to do on the Mediumship Development Course is sharpen your awareness and bring it back to its natural state so that you are aware of everything around you and able to pick up all the signals that are being given out by other people of this world and the spirit world, and in some cases, but not on this course, of what animals are giving out as well.
So who can do this? Well, everybody. Everybody's a medium. You're already doing it. You just don't realise it. You know that feeling you get when you first meet someone? You like them, you don't like them. There's something you can't put your finger on. You're not sure about them. That's psychic reading. Your energy's blending with the other person's energy field. And you're picking up information from them. That's your subconscious psychic reading. So you're on your way there. You've already started it.
So why develop it? Why would you think you'd want to do that? What would happen? What would the benefit be for you and for other people? Well, it's going to, as we said, it's going to increase your awareness, but it's also going to give you a sense of self, a sense of direction, a sense of purpose, how other people are feeling, governing your actions with other people. It will give you a sense of clarity, of reality, which is very, very rare in today's world. You will be able to pick up on other people, and with permission you can pick up on their thoughts and feelings and what's going on with them. But in that process you will learn about yourself and what's going on with you.
You also give people clarity and a life purpose. You give people their life purpose to know why they came here on the planet. What are we here for? What have you got to do? You actually chose to come here, and within that energy field is your life purpose. Let's hope you fulfill it.
The thing is, you promised to do something before you came to this lifetime. And when we get here, we've forgotten. We've forgotten what we said we'd do, but we all said we would do something. And you will know what that something is. Because when you do it, you have that deep inner knowing that this is what you came here to do. This is your life purpose. But within this is contained the meaning of life and death. So your energy field is carried by your physical body through this lifetime. Your physical body is your sat-nav with its senses, and you live this lifetime. Everything that you do affects your energy field. When the moment for you to die comes, it is only your physical body that dies. Your energy field is released by the chakras and goes back into the spirit world where it came from. And it may be that when you're in the spirit world you choose to come back again and choose another vehicle, another body, and so the cycle goes on. There is no death beyond that of the physical body. And now we're going to talk a little bit about how this works and how you do it. And so we're going to use some diagrams and talk you through this.
Just to show you how it works.
There. So, rather strange looking creature here. This is a human being with an energy field around him. Well, it might be a herb, but anyway. And there's the chakras attaching that energy field to the physical body. The arrows indicate the input from the senses. So this is how you are aware of things. It comes in through your energy field, in through your chakras, also through your senses, and you are receiving information from everything that's going on around you. And it's noticing what you are receiving that is key in the process of mediumship. So if we could have a next slide up. Yes. So this rather strange looking creature, this is showing the position of the chakras and their colours within the human form. But the really important thing about this slide is that every chakra has a group of nerves behind it. It's attached to the nervous system. So what comes in through each chakra goes into the nervous system, up the central nervous column there, and into the brain. So the input from the chakras is going to reach your brain. So it's going to give you a mental impression. And this is really important in mediumship because you're going to be picking up energetically. And this is the process. This is how we do it. This is how we receive the messages, particularly from the spirit world. So the last one,
So look at the next slide. This is an important slide. We call this a keyboard. We call it a keyboard because, like a keyboard on a piano, it never changes. What changes is how the person plays it, if you like, and what they do with it. So
and how much they practice.
Exactly.
Yeah, so because a keyboard never changes, piano keyboard. Because sometimes when I show this to people, they'll say, is that all there is to mediumship? And I'll say, yep, that's it. It's like the piano, it never changes, but it's how the person that plays it, their style and how much they practice. So if we just have a look at this. So we've got the stick people in their energy fields again, but the one in the middle represents a medium. Well, we're all mediums, but anyone who comes on the course is going to become much more proficient at it and might even go on to do it professionally. So here we have the medium's energy blending with that of the person who's come for a reading. So same structure with the energy field around a physical body and the chakras attaching that energy field to the physical body. But what we've got going on here is the energy of the medium blending with the energy of the person they're reading. And on that blend of energy there's an exchange of information. So the medium in the middle is picking up from the person who's come to be read. It's going through that blend of energy, through their energy, into their chakras, into their nervous system, up to their brain. And they're able to pick up on the energy field of the person they're reading. Because in everybody's energy field is everything about their past, their present, their future potential, and their life purpose. So it's quite a lot. But what is important when you're reading is that you make sure the things you're saying will empower the person you're reading. And it's really an important thing to say here that the future is always future potential. It is not possible to categorically tell the future because everybody has free will. You all have the right to make decisions and change things as you wish. The decisions you make today create your future. So that's what we call psychic reading when one human being reads another. Now this shape over here, that's the energy field of a spirit person who's come in to blend with the medium. And this spirit person would have come because they have a relationship with the person that I'm reading, for example. Now, just to clarify, a spirit person is the energy field of someone who's been here and had a physical existence, but the physical body has died, as all of ours will, but the energy field released by the chakras from that physical body remains with all the characteristics, memories, emotions, experiences of that person who had walked this earth. So when that person, that spirit person, blends with me there, they will pass to me through that blend of energy information about themselves, which I will give to the person I'm reading. And I'll keep giving that until that person I'm reading says, I know who that is. So there we have the proof of existence of spirit people. Once the person I'm sat with knows who it is, then I'll allow the spirit person to give their messages, say why they've come, and if necessary, and if wanted, the person I'm reading is able to ask questions of the spirit person. It's a real communication. And this is what you will be learning on the course. So really at this point I would say any questions, but I think I'll save that for the course. So what we want to do now is have a look at the curriculum of the course, just so that you know what's going to be going on. Well, it'll come as no surprise after what we've been saying that the very first thing we're going to be doing is the art of awareness. So you will have exercises to help you sharpen your awareness, to make you aware of your physical senses and making the most of them. And then we will talk about mind, body and spirit, which is the connection with the energy field, the chakras, the nervous system and the brain. And that's very important that everybody gets that you know that integration. Because you'll hear that expression, mind, body and spirit, and not many people think about it, but it's actually how mankind is made up. So we'll be doing that. We'll also be going into this keyboard in a lot more detail. And there is one important point I forgot to mention on the earlier description, is that this blend of energy here is not compatible because the spirit people have a very high vibration. And as human beings, we have a heavier one. So in order for us to receive messages, we have to use our second set of senses. Well, I expect you probably think you've got 6 senses. Actually, you've got 12. So I'm going to get Mike to talk you through what we call the clair senses, which are these.
The clair senses. Clair is a French word for clear. So clair meaning clear. You often see this one, clairvoyance, so clear seeing. That's really seeing, voyance. Now there's 2 types of seeing, objectively and subjectively. So subjectively is when you see the person in your mind's high, and you can give the evidence that way. Objectively is when you see a spirit person, if you like, out in the room, like I'm looking at you now. Either way, it doesn't make any difference. I see objectively, Sandy sees subjectively, sometimes she sees objectively. It doesn't make any difference whatsoever. It's the evidence that counts. Clairaudience is hearing, so clear hearing. So you may hear this person speak to you in your mind. You may hear this person, this energy field, if you like, and this spirit person speak to you out in the room. Again, it doesn't matter. It's all about the evidence. Clairsentience, that is the feelings. So that's the feelings the spirit person may give you, like how they passed on, whether they had any aches and pains, anything, whatever they can give you within the feelings, emotion, anything like that, to give you the evidence so that you can give to your client or sitter. Clairolfactience, that's smell. So you might get a smell of cooking, a smell of, I don't know, raw onions, anything,
Tobacco.
whatever it's tobacco, maybe perfume, and again, that's part of the evidence and the character, if you like, of this person. The next one is clairgustance, which is taste. That's quite nice. Hopefully it's a nice taste. Again, if it's somebody that likes chocolate, you'll get a taste of chocolate, and you can be rest assured that this person was a chocoholic, say, in their life on the earth. And if you give that to your client or sitter and they say, yep, that's my mum or whatever, she was a chocoholic, again, that's part of the evidence. Okay. And the last one is clair-knowing. Its real name is claircognizance, but clair-knowing is an easier form. And that's when all these senses work together. You don't see it necessarily, hear it, taste it, smell it, whatever. You just know you've got to say what you've got to say. And that's a really nice one to work with, because you don't have to think about it too much then, you see. It's easier. That's what we think. But other people use other senses.
When I found my clair-knowing, I didn't like it because it worried me, because I wasn't sure how I'd got it. But I learnt in the end that it was always right. And that's one of my favourite ones to use now. So this is sort of some of the things we'll be covering on the course, but we go at your speed. Nobody is forced to do anything they don't want to do, and you'll be supported all the way with this. There are a lot of practical exercises which build gradually. So it's a bit like the piano again. You start playing a simple tune, and a bit more difficult, then a bit more difficult, until you become proficient at it. But we try and ensure that you are always comfortable with this and having a great sense of achievement. And your individual ability levels will be catered for. And our wish is that as many people as possible who come on this course will really enjoy it and will begin their journey of mediumship with us, and from this course go on to do the advanced course at a later date, at the end of which you would receive a certificate if you pass the assessment, which would enable you, if you wanted to go out and do readings. Some of our previous Illuminations graduates have started doing that already. So hopefully we will see you on one of our courses.